I do have a Jedi costume made for me by a friend, which is really, really lovely. And I used it once actually when we went to see Empire Strikes Back, and it was this big event. Everybody went dressed as a character from, not like Han Solo or Prince Leia, but as a character from that world. This year, 2017, is the 40th anniversary of the first film. 40 years, and it's still going on with new generations. So why is it appealing to people? Why is it still here? The first Star Wars film that I ever saw was actually Star Wars A New Hope, which is very good because it's the beginning of everything. I think I was 7, 8 years old. My sister and my brother that are older than me, they like Star Wars, and they were very, very excited because finally the film had arrived to our local video club, so they could go and rent a tape of Star Wars to watch in our Betamax. Actually, it's I'm talking old times, guy. They liked it a lot, so they said, "Oh, Elena, you're gonna love this." I'm the little sister, so they thought it would be something that the little sister would actually have fun with. All the family sat down to watch it, and I was absolutely blown away. I really loved it. It did have quite an impact on me because it was something very, very well done that promised a lot of fun. It has the structure of a fairy tale, but it's not quite a fairy tale. It's something that appealed to your curiosity as a little child, and it tells you about all this world of good and bad, and characters, that are really likable. And you trust them, you like them. So it's very easy as a child to get into it. So the next week, they rented The Empire Strikes Back. I think that was really, really what made me think I am in this for the long haul, because Star Wars A New Hope is the foundation of everything. Let's say Empire Strikes Back. It's such a well-done film, and it's so interesting. It takes the story really to the next level, and it gives you things you would not expect of a typical story of heroes and villains. So my sister and my brother rented The Return of the Jedi for me, and that was the end of the original trilogy. And I thought, that's a bit when you have the whole story and you love it, you have so much fun with it, you shared it with your family, and you found friends that also liked it as well. So you talk a lot about it, you have this passion, so you say, "Oh, have you seen when this? Oh yes, but what you thought about when they did that?" And you start to discuss and to share this fandom, let's say, this interest. And that's what it begins to make it special. It's a shared experience. It's not, yes, you love it individually, but then you share it with other people, and you find they love it too, and it actually brings you together. I don't know if I would say we are a family, but it's actually you belong to a group that identify you fast, and you can find anywhere.
My name is Wayne Bauer. I'm the owner of Jedi Road, the Star Wars shop in London. We've been here now for nearly 9 years, and it's a very, very fun place to work with a bunch of absolute Star Wars fanatics. Now, Jedi Road, the Star Wars shop in London, began because I was invited to a fancy dress party. I didn't have much money, I didn't know what to wear, so I kind of made it up myself, but I did buy myself a big Jedi robe. I donned my lightsaber, I went to that party, I had such a fabulous time. And I woke up the next morning and I thought, you know what? I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who would love to go to a party as a Jedi. I bought one little box of Jedi robes and I sold them on eBay, and I bought another box and I bought another box, and I started buying toys and investing in costumes and boots and accessories and belts, and well, you know, the story continues. I think merchandising has been a really big part of Star Wars since the beginning. And of course you'll have your cynics that say that it's only there to make money, but actually there's been a very good relationship between the books, between all the action figurines and the toys and the ships and the weapons, and the films themselves. Almost role play, almost like your Barbie doll or your Ken, where you try and bring them into real life. And Star Wars is very much like that. Having a little Darth Vader and having a little Luke Skywalker, my goodness me, you could play there for hours.
Most of the characters you have in Star Wars, they are iconic because each one of them embodies something different. I like Princess Leia. The first film came out in 1977. You're in the 70s, and this princess in films back then, the women in general, they just have to be saved all the time, and the story tells you, oh, we're going to save the princess, and the first thing the princess says to the dashing hero that comes to save her is, aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? It's not the behavior you expect from the princess that is waiting to be rescued. You like Princess Leia because she's a real person. She's a real character. Somebody you can find in real life. Somebody that is focused on her mission. She doesn't care if she's likable. She doesn't want to appear, you know, weak or whatever. She's focused on what's happening and in being an active part of what is happening, which it was something you didn't find in the 70s in cinemas for action role ladies. There were not many, and or sci-fi for general. And it's something you didn't find much in the 80s. You did find a bit of it, not much. Maybe I'm dwelling a bit on feminism, but I like Princess Leia because maybe unintentionally, but she became, let's say, a female role model in the sense of I am a real person. I don't have to play the damsel in distress because I'm not. Yes, we are all in this trouble, so I'm gonna work with you guys to get out of this trouble. And you have to count with me, and yeah, let's do this. Right now, they say, oh, there's this strong female character. And apparently, being a strong female character means that you swear a lot, or you have a gun and you fight. But Leia is so much more than the muscle. She's working actively to make the world change by risking her life, by gathering intelligence, by being clever, and by working a lot. That's been tough. That's been a tough character. And she breaks down and she comes back, and that's been a real person, and that's been tough. I think it was great that they gave the character to Carrie Fisher. Carrie Fisher that we will miss forever. She gave Leia that strength and that personality. I think that it's a very common storytelling across humankind. Hey, here is good, here is bad. Here are characters facing this struggle against good and bad. So what would you do in their places? It's simple premise, but when you look into it, it gets more complicated than you see at first sight. So I think that's what drives new generations into this, beyond the obvious spectacle, you know, that the whole thing is, beyond the CGI, and I love it. I love all the designs and that creativity, but beyond that there's the story. Base of it is a story that it's, I would say, something humankind has been telling in fairy tales and in story for a very long time, and we're still talking about it. Lots of new stories are also about good and bad and what are you gonna do about it. And yeah, that will appeal to any generation, older generations, middle-aged people, teens, children. So that's why it keeps going on. I am definitely too short for a stormtrooper.